Okie dokie. Last time we played, we arrived in Faywin, and we found Lorna's uncle, and we were kind of I don't think we actually did that much from what I remember. We went and talked to him. We met the council, all the other clan members, and um, clan leaders. Sorry. Then we actually tried to find a wizardy type person to try and scry on Lorna's brother, Rory.
Sending.
And the first dude couldn't do it. Then we found this wonderful lady, and she tried once, wasn't able to really do it, and then tried it again just to be sure, and she was able to make contact with him. Um, from there, we went back to the tent and we're kind of ready to plan this out, and they were very suspicious that she could actually get through because nobody else could get through. But I feel like that was just because they underestimate women and they don't trust
Yeah.
her. So fuck
Okay.
them. Sorry, silent. um, after that, they were like, "Yeah, we have this plan. We're gonna storm in and create a distraction, blah blah blah." And we're like, "No, just calm your tits. Let us go in first. Give us a couple of days." And then one of them was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that. Blah blah blah. We'll only give you this much time." And we're like, "Okay, but no, we need more time than that." And then have somebody message us every day to be like, "Hey, we're doing this," or like so that we can know. So that's kind of our plan, is to go in, have people message us, be like checking in, and let them know what's happening, so then they don't storm wherever we're going. Is that about right?
That
And
sounds
ladies,
about right.
and we had a little chat.
Oh yes, we had a little chat at the end. Yep, yep. Things are in plan, and we hope we won't have to execute them.
Yep.
Yep, literally. Anywho, yeah.
All right. Well, it's pretty perfect.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, you guys set forth towards the front lines. I believe you cast a few. Did you cast spells into yours, or do you guys just? Do we just travel to the front lines? I can't remember where we left off on that, but
I totally cast spells.
We hadn't traveled yet.
We
Gotcha.
had, we were about to go to sleep. The girls were going to stay in the tiny hut.
Lorna was going to go and talk to her uncle and hang out with her uncle for a bit.
Because I wanted to talk to the one who could do plane magic, kind of.
There wasn't someone there that could do plane magic that I recall.
The one who ended up sending was the one who had. What was her name? Josephine, about planewalkers, because she had that weird thing with her eyes when she cast sending.
No, that wasn't anything about plane walking. That was just something that she had. She knew. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Because
she
spent
knows
time.
information because she'd studied there.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's let's go do that first then. So everyone's going to sleep then, and you're going to go find Josephine. And I'm sorry, Faye, what did you say you were doing? Or Lorna, you went to go talk to your uncle. Did you want to role play that, Lorna,
No.
or did you have something specific you wanted to do, or you just go want to spend like just quality time with him?
Yeah, just some quality time.
Okay.
Yeah, catching him up on adventures.
Okay. All right. Then Anika, you could yeah, if you want to go try to track down Josephine.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll find her kind of near same area. It's getting late, so seems like she's getting a little bit more run down as the day has gone, but she locks eyes with you, familiar face again. She waits for you to kind of approach. He sees that you're kind of looking for her.
Hi.
And hi.
What do you know about plane walking? I'm trying to learn. And we can't quite go to where they are at the moment.
She just kind of looks a little confused, but she goes, I don't know anything about plane walking myself. I know that there are plane walkers in the north, um, like the Mystic in the north and stuff. I've visited there before, but I don't know anything personally myself about plane walking.
What did you learn when you visited?
I didn't really go there so much to study as much as I went to go visit with the other arcane and stuff, to go visit and meet the mystics up there and bring gifts and just uh, bring gifts and treasures to the people of the north up there.
Noros or like north?
Well, the Noros typically is where we go to gifts. That's where Elsa will sometimes come back to meet her sister, or her sister will go to the north and meet her. But yeah, we visited up north once. Once it was a kind of a pilgrimage, a long journey. Not many go that far, but we got to see the frozen lands to the north and the mystic. I'm sorry, we not the mystic it's herself, but the some of the, I guess, what are you, the natives of up there.
What can you tell me about those? Just curious.
They live in igloos and primitive huts. Uh, they kind of are nomadic and they move around, and the mystic of the north kind of protects them and takes care of them to a certain degree, and as one of her many duties to kind of commune and balance with the spirits up there. Similar to the mystics in the south, how the mystic of the south goes and maintains the balances between the different forests and tribes around.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say I don't really know any of this. If you don't mind helping me learn.
Well, like I said, I know nothing of planes walking out. There's nothing for me to teach you. But perhaps you could go seek the mystics out yourself in the north. I, Queen Anna would be probably your best person to point you in the right direction. But if you find if you find the nomadic people in the north, whenever you go up there, once you've earned their trust, they also may help you get by until she appears. She presents herself to the group.
Thanks.
But she goes down in Karif area. She goes, the tribal elders are most in tune, not necessarily where she is, but where she visits, to find the mystic to the south. And
I'm sorry, what was that about tribal elders and mystic to the south?
There's another mystic and that walks the plains and takes care of it's a little bit too outside of my school, whereas we focus more on the arcane down there. It's a little bit more druid in nature, so I can't completely explain it to the same sense, but they do have planeswalkers down there that she goes to different elder trees in Fantasia and maintains the balance and the peace and the health of the different forests around Fantasia.
And what elders were you talking about?
The tribal elders, the chieftains, and leaders of the tribes down there. Let me pull up the world map. I'm blanking on these names now.
I mean, Anika wouldn't know the names anyway.
But he would say it would be in the country, the various tribal elders. There are there's various tribes there's 3 tribes that make up the country of Kreef, and they all kind of live in balance. But the chieftains of those 3 tribes will know more about where the mystic of the south kind of travels, and where these elder trees are that she goes and visits.
Oh, thanks for your help then.
So Karif and Noros is her recommendation for next steps.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to go to bed soon. Is there anything else you need before I go kind of retire for the night?
Nope, that's it.
And she'll say, I'll say a prayer for you and your friends tomorrow. And then she'll say farewell.
Yep.
And she'll go back to her wrapping up her duties, but pretty much closing up to retire for the evening. Do you return back to your bubble, or okay? I assume Faye, you're still in the bubble.
Yeah, I think while Lorna and Anika were gone, what's the phase of the moon right now?
It's not full.
Is it a crescent?
Sure. Yes.
That actually works better.
Of course it does.
I'd like to pray to illustrate while I wait.
Okay. What would you like to pray?
Just kind of going off of the conversation I had with Anika and Lorna, just trying to get her guidance.
Okay. You say your prayers, and they are therapeutic, and it's good to it feels good to say these words and to your deity, and you
don't hear any voices, right?
Don't hear any voices, but you don't hear voices every prayer. But yeah, you say your prayer and it's received, and delivered it, and that's about it. Josel, I think, retired for the night. What about you, Cronus? Anything special for you before bed?
Nah.
Okay. So after a long night of odds and ends and catching up on old times, and looking into other potential threads to pull on, you guys kind of awake really, really early in the morning. Fire's already going, and food is just continuously cooking, and people are constantly in motion. People kind of waking you up throughout the night, and screams or little shouts of pain coming from like the infirmary, or where people are being triaged and helped. But you come to another foggy, dreary kind of morning upon a gray moor. Is there anything you guys would like to discuss or do before start heading to the front lines?
I can't think of anything other than, saying goodbye to the uncle, and I don't think there's anything else I need.
What was your strategy for approaching this place or approaching like the forest or getting into the forest? I know that was one of your guys' things you were trying to figure out, like how to cross the moors unseen and get into the Blackthorn Forest.
You know who I feel like knew this?
Howard?
Yes. I think he
Um,
had the whole plan like planned out. Fuck.
um, it'd be great.
I think it involved a couple of you going to a bag of holding, and we fly for a bit, then landing get you out.
Oh, that's right.
Was that it? I thought that was
No.
one of the ideas. But then I thought about like no, because then it came an issue of like who's gonna open the bag, and then it was like then there's like dimensions within dimensions. There was issues. I thought you guys were like gonna fly on the broom.
Yeah, it was the 3 heavier people in the bag and Faye and I on the
Yes.
broom, I think.
Yeah, because we have technically 2 bags of holding. So the
Okay.
people with the longest con mods go in one bag, and then the other go in the other one. And then you fly, drop us, give us some air, and then keep on going.
Because I can turn Faye and I invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are writing the okay. So who's getting in the bags then? And who? So you, Faye and Anika are on the broom, and then who's getting in the bags then? It's gonna be Josel, Lorna,
Yes.
and Cronus.
Yep.
And the dragon.
Oh, fuck the kid.
Or the kid. I mean,
No.
What was your babysitting choice?
Do what?
What was your babysitting choice?
I mean, he's coming with us.
Oh, bud. Okay.
You do realize I have a diamond. 1.
You didn't
And
get
he's
any
a
more
child.
diamonds?
And I have a scroll of Revivify. 1 scroll.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh.
Wait, there's
Sure you want to bring the kid?
Wait, there's more in the
I
bag.
mean, are you sure you want to leave a dragon with people that don't like dragons?
Are you sure you want to bring a dragon to somebody who might be
Okay.
the mother of dragons?
I feel like it's better than leaving people that'll probably kill him when he finds out what he is.
No, that's the
I
thing.
don't think dragon mothers are super nurturing.
Yeah, let me talk to Uncle what's his face, and
Really?
There is one other option, but I don't think you guys want to go for it.
what?
What?
I could write to my sister, open up a circle, and my sister watches the kid.
actually, Edith and Bax are in. Shit, are they in Dallenberg or are they in? I think they're in Dallenberg still.
Wait, is your sister in the Underdark or is she with our previous babysitters?
She's in Glimmet here.
Yep, she's in Glimmet with Bax and your orc in your tavern. But they are also on the front lines of a powder keg situation.
That is true. That is why I don't think they wanted to go for that option.
Son of a bitch. I mean, probably should have left him with my parents, to be honest. But
I mean, we could always fast travel a few days of you getting the druid, teleporting to Galos, riding to Dunbrook, dropping him off with old Ma and Pa.
hey,
Teleporting back to Faywin, and then traveling back to the front lines. But that being said, I mean, you did teleport in the first place, so it was only like really there a day and a few hours travel from Faywin to where you are. So it's not really that ridiculous if we think
No.
about it.
It's up to you, Cronus.
mean-
You also have the teleportation circles. Wait, wait, you can't do that to Galus. That's right. They don't have a teleportation circle.
Yep, they do not.
I mean, ideally, it'd be better, if he wasn't somewhere where he's in harm's way. But he's always going to be in harm's way. Because
True.
he is a child.
Mhm.
And again, he is a dragon.
Mhm.
And people are going to want to kill the child dragon before it becomes a big dragon.
Okay, so
But nobody knows it is a child.
No one
Exactly.
knows it's a.
Yet.
No one knows he's a.
Yes.
so you're not wrong there.
Like, he just learned he's able to transform himself into multiple different forms.
Okay, so
I almost think your Lorna's sister would have been a better option.
I mean, my parents raised like 5-6 chaotic assholes, so they can handle him, and they're pretty good at keeping secrets. Like, and my aunt is the queen. They're not really.
You could always send them to your sister with the druids out in the druid circles.
Yeah, he might actually learn something there.
That's always an option too. You got a couple options.
Yeah,
I mean,
we have options.
it's not like you haven't earned a favor in Espa either.
No.
You have Ariel that would probably, although, I know that, like I say, I want you to know you have all these options, but also keep in mind that there is a war that's about to explode over there.
Yeah.
Or
So-
a major.
I guess ideally, like, the best situation would be the sister.
Yeah. Yeah, I trust her. And if I say it's also my kid, then she'll be extra careful. So.
And you come back and Umbra is reforming the Mordu clan. It turns into a bear.
Oh no. Oh god. I mean.
So is that what you guys would like to try?
What are we trying? I had to step away for a sec.
Opening. Well, there's only one way to teleport back to Galus, and that is getting with the druid, which there are some druids that could perform a teleportation-like spell. They are primarily near the front lines, kind of helping, keep the thorn forest from becoming worse and worse. But not too much success. But they could help you out with opening a portal back to Galos, to one of their teleportation rings.
Honestly, wouldn't it be best for him to like hang out with your sister and the druids?
Yeah, but we have to go to
Yeah, that's what we were
Galos.
saying.
Yeah.
And then walk.
But that's what they're
away.
going to do,
You
because
just gotta push
the
him
rings.
through with a note.
Well, there will be probably
I
other
mean-
druids near the druid circle where they would pop out.
Or
Like I
we could go to Josephine, get her to send ascending to your sister, and then
Uh-huh.
go to the druids to teleport Umbra over there.
We
Yeah,
will say that you guys you have the means and we don't have to go through all that because to get back here, but you have all the means to do so if you wish to send them back safely with your sister in the druid circles.
What say you, Cronus?
Yeah, let's go talk to his sister.
Okay.
Okay. You don't really need to talk to her, do you?
No.
Or
No.
Okay.
Do we do the sending to let her know, and then
Uh-huh.
send the kid?
Yeah. I'll be like,
She is-
hey, Flora. So, surprise, I have an adopted child. Please take care of him while we're gone.
Oh, I told her that. She didn't know.
You told her
Surprise,
that?
you're an aunt. Hey.
I told her she was an aunt.
Oh, God.
Next time you see your sister, she's gonna hit you outside the head again.
Faye, why do
You
I let
didn't
you
tell-
talk to my family?
As
To
much
be
as
fair,
you can be mad at Faye for this, you also should have told her.
You really should have told her.
Why?
It was,
Lorna, she's an aunt.
I mean, he's...
but maybe her and Curtis haven't put a label on what their situation is yet. Maybe
You have just called the dragon your adopted son.
that doesn't.
I-
That could be all sorts of things.
Yeah.
She's got
So,
commitment
if you're
issues.
claiming it as a son,
I'm trying to, make her more in favor of, keeping him safe. I don't know if I... Oh, God.
Lorna has even got Alexander's parents' approval on her dating anyone else. So, there's a whole...
No.
There's all sorts of things, we have
Yeah.
yet to mention.
I got a whole bunch of shit to explain, so... Okay.
All right. So you guys were able to send Umbra safely back in human form. You explained the reasoning, and he actually seems resistant at first. His kind of pride doesn't really want him to be set out of the fun. He kind of he wants to be part of the adventure, and he thinks he can handle it. But he understands you're concerned about, mother of all dragons, that kind of whole hootenanny. So he will go back to live with your sister until you guys are out and safe and whatnot. And you guys are at camp now. Kidless, what do you guys want to do with yourselves? All right, we're gonna go out drinking.
Yeah.
and we'll worry about
we
the
did that
floor
with
tomorrow.
the
Oh yeah, that's true.
Impossible mission number 1. Get
Yeah.
into the forest and detect.
Yeah. So pretty much we want to get right to the edge of the forest. Hop in the bags.
Ideally a little past it.
Oh, okay,
Well,
yeah. I mean,
Edge of the forest, hop in. Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
We go zoom zoom.
Yeah.
All right. So who is turning invisible or?
I'm turning Faye and myself invisible. The others are getting in the bag.
Okay. Are you guys using scrolls or just spell slots or?
Spell slot.
Okay. All right. You guys.
I'll hand Anika my bag, and then remind Lorna she needs to take her bag and give it to Faye or something.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No dimensions
that.
going in dimensions, guys.
Yep. No accidentally sending us elsewhere.
Yes.
Got it. I mean, to be fair, I think it would send all of us elsewhere.
I mean, we've already accidentally abandoned the war once. Let's not do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to call that abandoning. We're in the middle of doing something.
You might be one of the only ones who's not going to call it abandoning.
And I don't feel like going to space.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It would be fun, but not now.
All right. So everyone's in position then?
Yep.
All right. So, Faye and Nika, you guys hop on your broom and take off into the sky. Are you trying to go as high as possible? Or are you trying to just stay low to the ground? What are you guys trying to do?
Should we go at least over the top, or do we want to go
Oh,
higher?
Let's not go higher than we need to.
Invisible, you technically don't have to go high at all. It's. I just want to see what you
Let's
guys
go overhead so we don't have to weave and bob.
And we can at least, while we're flying, get at least
You should
lay
be
of the
able to
land.
put one on.
The lay of the land, so to speak.
Okay. BC. Yeah. All right, so you guys take off in the broom, heading towards the blackthorn forest, and you see before you, the moors changing, and then from this kind of like bird's eye view. I mean, although I know you're not super high, you guys are just high enough to clear trees and other overgrowth. But you're just seeing this gray landscape and black kind of pools of water as you guys kind of zip towards the wall of thorns. And along the way, you're going to see that there's so many dead that haven't even been recovered. Bay and human like alike. You'll see that there's these various different fey-like creatures of different pieces of almost like different animals morphed into one, different types of like just odd little critters fallen into the water dead, as well as some of the humans from various kingdoms that are in the area. um of passing like the last like checkpoint, the last torch between the military front line and the supplies and stuff. You'll start to see even more bodies and more death as you get closer and closer. And as you guys get closer to the forest and you guys have a little bit of height, you are going to see that the thorns just seem to surround and grow, not just like as a wall across, but it seems to just cover the entirety of what was whatever the walls was originally just blockading. Um, and as you guys get closer, it's becomes more perilous and noticeable that it is not going to be the most easy way into the forest. Let me go ahead and move you to this page, kind of give you. I think it has a picture of a person in it. Ignore the person. It's just the best picture to kind of describe it. Um, so as you guys kind of come down, you just see some of these trees, if you want. These thorns are just growing out of these tree-like things and pointing in every direction, making it very dangerous to go down, haphazardly. Do you guys still want to try to go through the canopy before, or do you guys want to land on the ground and then enter?
Do we land? Or...
Might as well.
Yeah, let's land.
Okay. You guys land the broom. You're still invisible, but you have the broom in hand with the backpack still in tow. What would you like to do now?
We want to try to get some at least as hidden as we can before we get everyone out.
Let's get in a little bit before. How long has it been? How many minutes?
How long do we have left?
Your broom flies pretty quick. I would say 2 minutes to get here.
Let's get in about 6 minutes or so before we pull them out.
All right.
Okay. So you enter the thorn forest. Inside, as you start to kind of move through, you'll see that what once was some of the like old original life, like trees and natural landscapes, has now been consumed by this kind of blackened and hardened wood with these thorns kind of pointing in every direction. As you step through the forest, you're going to hear all sorts of kind of noises. Some from animals, some from critters, just some from just the creaking and movement of the forest itself as it continues. Seems to be growing and actively trying to get larger and larger as you're making your way through. Go ahead and give me 2 stealth checks, please.
All right.
At advantage, we are invisible.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, 2, right?
You guys keep making your way in, kind of trying to keep your cover, not make too fast in. You're trying to find a good like rally point to kind of bring your friends in safely, and you guys successfully do so with very quietly and without breaking or making too much sound. Um, you do find what looks to be almost like a hollowed out tree or a base where two of these thorn massive growths have kind of combined to give you a little bit of a cover. You guys can dip in there and have some safety or some feeling of shelter. It's about 6. You guys have been in about 9 minutes now, probably.
Let's get them out.
Yep. I'll reach in and start pulling people out.
Same.
All right. And poof, there's a Lorna. Poof, there's a Cronus. Poof, there's a Josel.
Oh, thank God there was there.
Which one had Josel, by the way?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Anika.
fair. I mean,
I
yeah.
think the old man would have trusted Anika over you, Faye. I'm just saying.
Fair. Because I was about to say Faye would probably have difficulty getting Josel because of his armor.
I just got to get the head and the arm, and then he can do the rest.
Yep.
I mean, also, realistically, you could have just folded the bag inside out, and it would have fixed itself.
I mean, but then we have to put all that junk back inside, and have you even seen it recently? It's a mess.
Just know if there's still rotting crap in there. Like, no.
I mean,
No.
my bag is nice and tidy. I don't know what
we got rid of that. We got rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
There is not rotting shit in there, and you didn't have anything because you were holding the fucking dragon egg.
Well,
thank you.
We're in the forest now.
Yeah.
So which way do we want to go?
And we also, just so you know, Anika, have 2 500 diamonds.
Oh, good.
So, just so you know.
But now that you don't got a baby, it's like you have 3.
And my scroll is to bring her back if she dies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a drink, guys. Be right back.
Okie dokie.
But either way, if we had a kid, 2 of those would have most likely had to go to him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of them might have gone to him.
One of my last Revivifys went to him. On a complete accident.
That is
Yeah.
Let alone
true.
when things in here are probably going to actively try to kill us.
We're fine.
But did we actually have a plan once we got in here?
Nope.
Nope.
But, you know.
Who are we looking for?
We are looking for, I had her name. The tiefling with the yellow...
Reed.
Yes. Reed.
All right, I'm back.
How do we
Hello?
find her without her ambushing us?
Uh-oh. What did we agree to and I'm not here? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Surprise!
We need to find... I assume we can find where your brother's being held. That'll
How?
give us a...
He's being held with the Broodmother, which no one knows where she is. The only way we might have a clue is if we can find the Queen of Hearts.
And that would require us going back to the Feywild.
The real Feywild, yeah.
Go ahead,
for
give me
finding
a
tiefling in here.
perception check. Just people that are not part of the conversation that are kind of just scoping out the area. Yeah, so like Cronus or I'm not sure who's.
Sorry. What needs to happen?
I'm just doing a perception check from those that are not currently discussing like where you guys want to be heading, like what kind of general direction.
Ooh.
So, Cronus, you're gonna while you guys are chatting, trying to figure out some things. You will notice a few extra details around the area. You are gonna see there evidence of a few pieces of armor that are matching the attire of some of the guards and army that you saw coming out here. It seems like there's like pieces of them just like left over, like like just fragments of soldiers, kind of left behind, kind of sprawled around a little bit, just here and there. You'll see a arm piece and maybe a helmet over here, but you are seeing even some evidence of just general attacks and that have taken place in the forest as well as outside.
Alright. Seeing that, I'm going to go ahead and use some key points and do pass without trace.
Ooh.
Okay. Everyone's got +10 to their stealth rolls and a bunch of other good shit. As long as you don't have to stay within proximity. I think it's right. It's just, or is it
It's within 30 feet of me, I think is what it is.
Okay. So as long as you're within 30 feet of Cronus, you guys got all the stealth.
And I'm going to give myself guidance, and I'm also going to pop a emboldening bond on Nika, Cronus, Josel, and myself. So that's be another D4 we can add to this.
Okay.
I want to try to help out the old man as much as possible with stealth.
Right. Well, you guys are currently in this, very rough, space that they were able to pop you out in.
Shall we sneak up?
Do you guys want to continue or do you always want to keep heading this inward, or?
Yeah, I think
Do
so.
you think she'd be at the center?
Probably. Most villains are.
And straight line it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Straight line it is.
So keep her out for anything interesting and or useful.
Yeah.
Should we roll our stealth now?
Sure.
That is a 34.
Yep. Go ahead and roll stealth, please. That was survival, Lorna.
Ah, fuck. Fuck.
Does everyone have access to Josel's sheet?
No.
Let me see. Give it to. There you go, Cronus and Lorna, so you guys can kind of take turns, but I'll go ahead and roll a stealth here.
And Cronus, don't forget you can add a D4 as Ken Josel.
Why did you give it to them? Why did you give it to Cronus? He's stealthy as fuck.
You know what? Instead of Cronus, I'll give it to Lorna.
It's too late. I've already rolled.
What do you? What is that? 5 plus 10.
Yep. That's
15.
don't
you get an advantage for pass without trace?
Nope, it's just plus 10.
No, it says plus 10.
Plus 10.
Okay.
Josel gets a D4 though.
All right. So you guys make pretty decent progress heading straight forward with your current pace while trying to be as quiet and undetected as possible. Your approach, there's nothing wrong with your approach, but you all will hear kind of come from over your shoulders in the distance. You're going to hear a crack of a branch, and it's really kind of thick with all these twists and knots and thorns pointing in every direction. But there are a few places where you could kind of tuck your bodies up against some of the trunk of these things without laying against thorns if you'd like. There's a few hiding spaces around.
Yeah.
But what would you guys like to do?
Hide.
Okay. All right.
Fine.
Go ahead and as you guys kind of take cover, or you don't have to roll. We're just going to kind of go with your current stuff there, and you guys kind of slink up to it, and you're going to see one of these massive thorn trunks just kind of shoot up and just grow abruptly and cause all sorts of other the branches around to kind of break and a little bit and make room for it to kind of just have this growth spurt. And then you're also going to notice after that kind of the commotion has settled and the thorn is done growing, you're going to see in this new kind of opening that the space that is kind of cleared out for killing some of the weaker thorns that were there before. You're going to see through the clearing these large tree-like creatures, these force. They're just made of plant life, wood, different organic matter, and they're riding what seems to be large boars. And you will see this image kind of making its way through the forest if you guys hide. This large kind of creature with a big spear riding this warthog, if you will, through this through the thorn forest, and kind of seems to be scouting and patrolling. It's not currently looking in your direction, but you all do see it. Moments pass by. It continues forward, though, and you kind of hear just the light steps. It's very you start, the steps become lighter and lighter as you move further and further away, as it has passed. You don't see any other creatures at this time. Go ahead and do a perception check. Let's see if you guys see anything else.
Cronus, are you running Josel?
I mean, I can.
Up to you. Not with the plus 10. You go ahead.
22.
And Nika, you can add a D4 as can Cronus and Josel on their perception check because the bond.
I don't know why that rolled with advantage, but so 16 for Josel.
All right. All right. As the steps go away and you guys kind of check the area, Lorna, Cronus, and Anika, you guys have really good confidence that you haven't heard anything or felt or seen or smelled anything. It seems like it's been pretty there's nothing really kind of out, or nothing seems different than what you were before that beast kind of appeared. But Lorna, as you kind of adjust to kind of really scope everything out,
I only have 17.
Oh,
Not
you only have
10.
17.
Sorry, that was
the
from
highest is a
yeah.
23.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, never mind. Then yeah, that is all she wrote for that. So, okay. So, let me see here. Yeah. Okay. So, you guys continue forward. Actually, you know what? I will say that you will notice that you are seeing still more fragments, human, remains, personal belongings of various sorts, whether it be a toe or an actual belonging. Kind of on your way through it. So yeah, the you are still finding kind of evidence of some form of a trail or remains in the current heading that you guys have decided to take. onward and forward.
Uh-huh. This is clearly the right path.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check as you guys continue to move forward.
Pass without trace. Better than
Joseph
last.
rolls at disadvantage, right?
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Um,
And the bond should be gone by this time if it's been more than 10 minutes.
It's been more than 10 minutes.
Joseph
Yeah.
does 12.
I'm not gonna pop another bond. I'm just gonna give myself guidance.
Poor Joseph.
And Corinne's got a 28.
Wait, did he take his armor off?
his adamantine?
He mentioned
No?
he would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or he could. I don't know if he said he would.
Yeah.
I think he said he would in an effort to support the stealth mission. I think he said he would.
Okay. Yes, he totally
that's still
did.
a 2.
He said, I think
Still a 2.
All
But,
right.
you know, that was when he was wearing armor. Yeah, maybe?
I'll give the old man one more roll.
Yes.
Just because he's not here to defend himself. One more roll for good old Josel.
Ah,
Oh boy, the dice have
It's better.
decided. It's just decided. It has
It's
nothing
better.
to do with.
I mean, technically it's a 14.
You can tell Howard it has nothing to do with him. It is completely roll 20. It is
Yeah.
completely his character sheet. He needs a whole new character sheet. I'll set him up with a brand new one.
Or poor Josel.
Okay. So, you guys are able to keep making moving forward. It's been, a decent amount of time. As far as the stories go, you would assume you guys are making, record progress compared to some of the others. But Joseph's starting to not. You are struggling with kind of keeping some of your steps, so your steps aren't as soft as they were. You do kind of run into a few things and break a few branches, cause a little bit of a ruckus. But after the misstep, you guys can pause and you'll hear not a lot of commotion in the area. So you are able to kind of keep maintaining that pace until you start to hear more of that creaking and groaning. I assume everyone attempts to hide. And I will need one more stealth check from Mr. Josel as he kind of tries to slink into a hiding position.
Can I give him guidance?
28.
28. Okay, you pulled through. All right, you all kind of take cover like you did prior. You're gonna see a few more kind of creatures moving around, and including the token size of this guy. This large kind of hulking creature made of roots and trees and plant life, and he's wielding this huge club with thorns upon it as well. He seems to be scouting or looking. He does pause momentarily and looks kind of in your general direction, but he otherwise continues to kind of march through the thorn forest looking and prowling for something. You guys will start to see some other creatures also starting to appear once you guys have gotten a little bit further in. Different like little wisps of light kind of appear and disappear playfully. And other little bugs and insects and other kind of critters like animals like squirrels and birds are kind of getting spooked a little bit, but there's nothing really colorful or too magnificent as you guys continue to make your way through. It's it's kind of a bleak forest compared to what it once was. All right. Go ahead and give me perception checks, everyone, before you head on out or continue forward.
I keep on forgetting to turn that off. I'm sorry. 15. God,
Joe still got a 6.
Faye's AFK. Let me over Faye.
What perception check?
Yes, please.
Can I give myself guidance?
No.
All right, let me unclick that box and 15.
Okay. The steps have gotten quieter, but you're still hearing some things moving and bumping a little bit more in the forest. You're also starting to notice that the landscape is changing a little bit more from where you first were. Now you're starting to see where it used to be like what you're walking through now are dry creek beds or in river beds that used to be maybe flowing streams, ponds, different things like that. It's now just cracked clay with these massive trunks growing out of it. Just kind of more signs of what the beauty of these moors and what this forest was prior. But you don't see any large creatures like those that you've seen so far kind of marching around and looking. Let me see here. Let's see here. Where is it? Okay. So, yes, you started just seeing the landscaping is changing from the moors more towards different other kind of landscapes internal in the forest. Do you guys continue forward then?
yeah, I think so.
Yep.
All right. Minutes later, you guys have only made a little bit more progress than where you guys had come from. And you're going to hear, again, familiar creaks and groans of the forest growing, but you're going to hear all of a sudden the sound of a crow kind of cawing from in a distance. It seems to be coming over from your left shoulder as you guys are kind of moving forward, but it seems to be coming from a distance in your direction.
Oh.
Do you all keep moving forward?
I mean,
There was a what? A cawing? Like crows?
Sound of a crow coming from a distance over to your left shoulder.
can we see it? Can any of us see it?
You can't see it yet. It's pretty hard to look up to the sky and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
it does seem to be coming from within like the thorn forest itself. Kind of in again from your left westerly direction.
I feel like there's two options here. One, we continue straight. Or two, we follow the crow. Either the crow is trying to fool us into getting lost, or it's trying to show us the way.
We're already kind of lost.
I mean, that's true, so should we follow the crow?
I'm down.
Let's follow the crow.
Let's follow the crow.
Fuck it.
Well, the crow's
Oh.
not quite there yet. It's coming your way. It hasn't.
Okay.
It seems to be heading towards you guys at the moment.
So it's coming towards us.
Do we wait for the crow?
Why not?
Okay.
Hide and wait for the crow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are
Sure.
you guys hiding?
Yes. Hiding and waiting for the crow.
Yep.
Who
Okay.
knows?
All right. Go ahead and give me stealth checks, everyone.
Give him the old man guidance.
Pass without trace is not up, right?
It's
How long has it been? An hour.
Oh,
It's still within the hour.
perfect.
So
31.
Joe still got a 23. And what is guidance?
D4.
Joe still got a 26.
31.
Well, shit.
Come on. And
You got better than me.
Crow still got a 37. And Cronus did.
Everyone looks like they did very well. All right. So when you guys go to hide, you're going to start to notice things that you had maybe that didn't jump out at you before. You're going to start seeing like little rocks on the ground lift up and start scurrying and moving off the trail a little bit more as well. You'll see little little legs and little arms kind of appearing, lifting the rock and kind of shuffling over real quick to the side of the road. You'll start to see little toadstools come to life and like little people appearing, and as they kind of scurry out of the main walkway and area where you guys are kind of been passing through. Looking to take a little bit more shelter and or hide themselves. You're going to notice one creature. And it kind of looks a little bit like a porcupine at first glance, almost like more of a critter than anything, until you notice it has hands, fingers, eyes, and standing upright, walking around. And as you see it kind of scurrying towards a hole in the ground to kind of burrow and hide away. Actually, I think I have a picture to share. Where are you at? Let's do it this way. Object tokens. You see this little guy kind of appear, scurry around. And before he goes into his little hiding home, you'll see him kind of gesture over to one of the dry beds of water that you have been noticing on your way in. And you'll see this sad kind of pudgy little creature with a trunk-like nose kind of looking where the water used to be. And doesn't seem to be completely paying attention to its surrounding. It seems to be looking for something that's missing over in the area. And this little guy is kind of trying to get its attention, but then the crow gets a little bit louder and a little bit closer, and he tucks into his little hiding hole, and you'll see that it catches the attention. This one got the attention of the bigger guy as he starts to kind of scramble. I have a picture of him too. Let's see how big it gets. Hopefully it's not too big. This little guy, I love him. And he's trying to get flee his opening spot and kind of hide away as well. And you'll see within a few moments that call become a little louder. And then you see this black kind of raven kind of descend upon this little guy as he's trying to scramble away and tuck into run into the thorns and get to his previous hiding spot. And as the raven kind of goes to touch down, you'll see that it kind of grows a little bit. It grows almost to the size of an eagle, a white bird, and it has these large kind of talons as it reaches forward to grab this creature and pick him up. it goes down, and it seems that it's going downward. I'm sorry, it's on its way down to do this at the moment. Pause for breath. But then he grapples the creature, lifts him up in the air, and starts to carry it away with him.
Oh, no.
Continuing, kind of doing almost a double pass. So it flaps its wings a little bit. It comes full circle, heading back towards your guys' area a little bit.
Can I throw a javelin at it?
You absolutely could throw a javelin at it.
Okay. Do I get advantage because I'm hidden?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
This looks like we're entering combat, guys.
13?
All right. 13. When you... Let me read something real fast. I don't remember the rules.
It probably won't hit. It's not very high.
So it's. I'm curious how it works. So when you polymorph into a creature, do you
you take the creature's
stats.
You take the creature's stats and its AC.
Okay. Just turn into this creature.
If that's Reed, I'm gonna laugh.
What would you roll again, Lorna?
13.
That is the magic number.
Oh shit!
I was looking at like, well, it's not a giant eagle, but it's not an eagle. In either way, it's a one's a 12 and one's a 13. So we'll go with the 13. And yeah,
it has to make a con save using the bird stats.
Assuming
that's why I was wondering if it kept its AC while it was in a different form.
Nope.
That's unfortunate.
Not
okay.
even druids can do that.
Let's see here. So go ahead and roll damage.
15.
You did 15. Yeah. Okay. And it is got to make a con save, you said?
Yes, if that doesn't destroy it outright.
For concentration. DC 10.
They have no con save. So, 1d10.
How high up are they when they get hit?
So 15. So it does maintain its concentration?
Yes.
Okay. But does it maintain its grip? Let's see. Oh, goody. Oh, wait, no, I have to go by this person's grip. What's this guy got? All right. So he does look like he starts to lose his grip on the guy, but he does recover.
I will gladly throw another one if need be.
Go ahead and roll for initiative here in a second.
I was gonna say, like, at this point, are we just fighting the thing?
Yeah.
It's an initiative at this point.
Hey, it's our first combat where we have 3 beams of Eldritch Blast.
We? You mean you?
Me and Anika.
No, me too.
Oh, shit.
We're snipers.
So it's got 17.
Then why do you guys get in the middle of combat sometimes?
I don't. It normally starts
then why
with
does
me
Faye
there.
get in the middle of combat?
Because most of my spells are melee spells.
I get stuck there. Faye chooses to go there. There's a difference.
I'm a hexblade. I'm built for melee combat.
I'm built to be the fuck away, and yet it keeps coming.
I should just move you guys to this.
That
You
will
guys see
take
anything
away
on
the
this?
combat trackers rolls.
Oh shoot! It will, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have them. I have them still though.
Yeah, as long as you have them, we're good.
But I didn't get Cronus's. I don't look. It doesn't look like.
No, I had to reset because when I dragged Joseph's token out, it put a big box over it and it wouldn't let me move.
No
Off
problem.
my screen.
I will fix it. What was yours?
Josel rolled a 15.
All right. You rolled
I
a.
haven't got them on yet because I'm still trying to reopen all the character sheets.
Lorna's yours in there. Let me
Yep.
make sure. Yep. 18.17. Excuse me.
Why did we put Bart on?
Hi, Bart.
He's back.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we got everyone here. Alright, token. Oh, get rid of this. Get rid of that guy. Anika. We're missing Anika's token.
Nope, it's
Perfect.
there. Oh, it is now, yeah.
Uh,
Where's the giant thing we're fighting?
I think it's the bird.
It was
Oh,
the
Fantastic. I'm gonna
it's
be back
the size of like an eagle when you guys shot it down. It transformed bigger. Efforts to carry this thing. All right, let's do descending order. All right, so Lorna, you jumped out of your hiding.
I had a 22.2.
Yeah, I was just describing. So Lauren jumped out and fired that thing. So you guys are like tucked away, trying to avoid the you guys were all hidden initially. Faye,
Do I have advantage on my first attack?
yeah, since you guys have not attacked yet, Lorna, if you're okay with it, I'll skip your. And well, no,
Yeah.
you made your surprise skip. So let's if it. Shoot, how does that work? Because you all were undetected.
So they were surprised at the start of combat. Everybody else was because they didn't expect me to throw things. So we just basically, my round was doing that, and then
Okay.
it just goes into a normal combat.
Normal combat round. So you will get a turn this way then. So Faye,
Yes.
what would you like to do first? As this eagle gets blasted.
See, it's 90 feet. I'm not going to cast Hex because we got that cosmic damage. I'm just going to do Eldritch Blast, so 3 beams at this thing. Is the first one at advantage since I haven't been seen?
Yes.
Alright, so here's the first one. That's a 25. And here come the next 2.
The first one does 18 or 13 points of damage.
I haven't rolled damage, I just did all
Those
3
are all
beams.
hits. Those are attack rolls.
Okay. Well, go do the damage on the first one. So 15.
Mhm.
And Lorna, you had already done. Shoot, I should have kept that track.
Lauren did 15.
15. You just did 15, and I think this guy doesn't have that much. Sure. I think it was under 30. Come on. Roll it up. It has less than 30. So it starts to fall down. It drops the little guy. And this raven starts to collapse down onto the ground. And it first strips back to a raven form, but then it starts to I'm sorry, it doesn't get all the way to the raven's form, but it starts to shrink in size. And then you'll start to see that the feathers start to hunch and kind of morph and transform a little bit and start to collapse. And eventually you'll see a man there wearing all black, pale skin, black long hair, looking at you guys. I do not have a token for him, sadly, but I will use the raven for now and get you guys the tokens in the future. I cannot make him look like a normal token, though. Shoot. There we go. That's as normal as he will look to a person size. You see the one kind of critter get up from the tumble and start running away from him immediately. And he'll kind of be looking all around it as to who hit him. He looks at the direction of the blast. Faye, you still have 2 more attacks. Do you let them rip, or what do you do?
I don't know this person, and I did just try to take a critter. I think the 13 is kind of just the warning shot, just kind of blasting off to the side. Just trying to see how he reacts to that, if that makes sense, before I do the third blast.
Okay. So you do the third blast then?
How do you react to the second one? Because I'm assuming I know the 13 missing.
The 13 does miss him. He kind of just glances at it. He's just in surprise right now. He's just he hasn't had a moment to react yet. But he seems surprised and not pleased. That's for sure.
I'm going to purposely miss my third blast just to see how this guy reacts after my turn. Because all we saw was him try to take a creature. Now he's in this form. So I'm going to purposely miss my third blast.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm not going to shout because we don't want anything, or stuff's probably going to come out. I'm just going to slowly move up a little bit. That's it.
Okay. All right. And that's going to bring us to Cronus. Your turn. As you see a javelin get thrown and an eldritch blast barrage gets shot towards this this figure in black clothes and black that was once a raven before.
All right. What is the lighting like here?
It's all dim lighting.
Okay. Well, seeing that everyone's just attacking them, nobody has said anything. I'm going to move forward. Probably like 40 feet. And then shadow step behind them to pretty much right there.
Okay.
And then First time getting to use these. I'm going to use my hook swords.
Okay.
So the first one will be at advantage because of Shadow Step.
Okay.
So the first one's at advantage because of Shadow Step.
Sure.
So 22.
All right, that's a hit.
Trying to make sure it rolled it right. Yeah, for 12. And then the second one.
Okay. 12 points, you said? All right.
Hold on. Why in the hell is it rolling a plus 10? No, that's right. Okay. Yeah, so 20 for the second one for 11 points. And I will use.
Sorry, 11 for the second one. So, yep. All right.
And then key point for Stunning Strike. Just because I don't know what the game plan is for this.
All right. Go ahead. What's the DC? It's a 16?
16.
What's your. All right. Plus 0. That's not good. Plus 0. Oh shit! It doesn't get worse than that. This humanoid figure is stunned in place.
Yep, then that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Lorna.
Yeah.
You see a familiar move from Cronus.
Yep. Fuck shit up. Were they saying anything? But they look surprised and.
I really haven't had a chance to react within 6 seconds yet.
Okay.
I was going to have them react on their turn because this is all supposed to kind of happen simultaneous to a certain degree.
Oh no.
But he can't really respond until he has it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna dash and just like. I'm just starting to run up, so that's my turn.
All right.
Yes.
Gonna bring us to his turn, and he's stunned now, so he can't really do or say anything now. Yeah, like they can't even speak anymore, right? Stun is everything's shut down, or is that different from paralyzed?
Stunned. I'm looking it up for you.
Not the same as paralyzed.
Can't move and can speak only faltering. Okay, he can speak a little bit, but faltering. The only thing he's gonna be able to muster out is just like, "Who are you all? You're not supposed to be here." And that's all he's going to be able to muster out on his turn because he's stunned. Bringing us to Mr. Modal. What would Mr. Modal do here? Honestly, I think Mr. Modal would be like, I thought we were going to go stealth. And so I don't really know what Mr. Modal would do here.
I think he would probably just move up to try to get into a more offensive position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this remind me what his AC is without armor too.
Oh shit, I have no idea.
It should just be it's whatever his dex and his
10 plus whatever type of shield he has.
But he had a negative. I really don't remember what his stats are or what he has. Let me see. Excuse me.
Oh, that's rough. Okay. So he has splint armor.
He's at 11. Oh wait, his splint armor that doesn't put a penalty on his dex, does it?
Yeah, it does.
It does. I mean, technically, he wouldn't be wearing it at the moment.
Not on his dex, but it would on
It's
stealth.
stealth. So,
So
that,
it does not say.
It's heavy armor though. I think all heavy armor puts disadvantage on stealth. I think.
Yeah. So he'd be wearing nothing. He has a shield though, right?
I'm looking. I do
He
not.
has a ring of protection,
Oh,
and that is
11.
it.
He doesn't have a shield?
Negative.
So 11.
Yep.
No, because he can cast shield.
Possible 16.
So he's gonna move 30 feet up. Actually, he'll move 60. He'll dash to get there.
Okay.
And I feel like that's about all he would do, because he would still try to assess what's going on.
Okay. All right. Anika, that brings us to you.
Nika is also trying to assess what the hell's going on. So. Four, 5. Maybe don't kill him. There's a potential we could talk to him. And I'll hold Eldritch Blast if he decides to be violent. But I'm kind of waiting to see what happens too.
Okay. Faye, what would Faye do?
I'm gonna move up to Nika and Josel, and I will also hold Eldritch Blast and just call out. See if you guys can tie him up before the stun wears out and we can see what he knows.
Okay. Okay. Looking at something. All right, that brings us to you, Cronus.
So I would actually stand there with like the hook swords, like kind of like wrapped over the shoulder, kind of just hold them in place, but not actually like doing any damage with it, and kind of just wait till everyone else figures out what we want to do. So pretty much like any offensive aggression from this creature, I'm going to attack.
Okay. So you're just kind of standing behind him with your swords drawn, ready to strike him down if he does anything. Okay. I will say he has some limited movement though, but yeah, I got you. Anything funny business, you'll take a swing. Okay. Cronus, or sorry, Lorna, what would you like, or what are you doing?
She is going to run up 20 feet, I guess, and she is just going to also wait and see. Actually, can she grapple him?
If you'd like to.
Yeah.
It would be athletics or acrobatics against his athletics or acrobatics.
But because he's stunned, he automatically fails a strength saving. Oh no, but that's
not
strength saving throw.
Stunned anymore.
He's no longer stunned.
Okay, that's fine. I will still gladly do it.
I'm wondering if he's going to.
Ha! It's okay. It's a nat 1. He gets out. Unless he too rolls a nat 1.
I mean, he could still fail.
Could just have a bad strength.
I'm more questioning if he would, because that could be seen. You mean you got him
That is
kind of
true.
surrounded. Let me see. Let me make a die to make my decision for me.
Yeah. Like, I'm...
Okay. It's not that he's not fighting it. He does kind of resist that you're grabbing him, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like a logical decision in the sense that
just, like, take it slow and
like,
no sudden
whoa,
movements.
like, yeah, exactly, like, and so he kind of puts his hands up a little bit and he goes, all right, you got me, barbarian, stop beating the crap out of me.
I barely touched you.
He threw, and he just kind of like just kind of gently rubs where Kronos kind of hit him before, and where the blast kind of.
Okay,
Oh wait,
okay.
no, when he was in a bird form, so never mind.
Some of us, okay, yeah, sure, okay. But
You what? None of you guys
Mhm.
are supposed to be here.
well, too
And
bad
you
we're...
are?
What was that?
And you are supposed to be here?
Well, of course, we live here.
Who's
This is
we?
our home. And he kind of just gestures out the forest and stuff, but you will not see really anyone else around you guys.
There. If you're pointing at trees that have been corrupted by evil, I'm not sure if that's something I consider a we.
Yeah.
Evil? No, these trees are protecting us from the lots of you all wanting to come in here and take everything we have away.
You have nothing we want. Unless you're keeping certain people. Who is we exactly?
Like, I'm going to share what I know with you know simple people like you. You're not even from here. He just seems like he's not interested in answering your question.
I mean, you could tell us, or we could do this the fun way.
Ooh, what's the fun way?
You don't want to find out the fun way.
Not anything you'd consider fun.
It wouldn't be fun for you, but it'd be fun for our lovely barbarian there and our lovely dragonborn.
Promise.
What are your
Um,
thoughts on
and he starts kind of. It's kind of like a kind of a. He's laughing at his own joke. No, it's not really funny to anyone else but him. But go ahead.
So, what are your thoughts on this new tiefling that's moved in? The one with the key around her neck.
You mean the one that has returned protection to the forest and to this domain? Yes, I know. I've seen the tiefling that you speak of.
Oh yeah? We're actually here to see her.
So several of your other friends kind of gesturing at like remnant armor fragmented on the ground.
Yeah, no, we were sent to talk to her because, all this fighting, it's really kind of stupid. It's not good for both sides. So, we're here to talk to her.
Reed says we're not really supposed to talk to anyone.
Well, you're talking to me right now.
Yeah, here you are.
And you're talking to us right now.
Yeah, kind of like living better than dying, though.
It is kind of good. So why don't you bring us to Reed, and then Reed can deal with it, and you can just run off and do what you do.
And have Reed cook me up, eat me for dinner.
She doesn't even have to know. We can just say we found our own way. I don't even know your name. I don't even know who you are. So, by all logic, you never led us there.
He's thinking. You're not gonna like it. She's not gonna want to see you. If it's like any of the other visits I've witnessed, it usually ends with, a few less body parts going in than what you went in with.
Yeah.
What other people have visited her?
That's a fair point. I really haven't seen anyone willingly visit her.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Usually people don't have the option.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising. How have you made it this far? Usually the forest guardians usually pick up people way past this point.
I mean, you didn't see us at first, so I mean, clearly we're good. You didn't happen to see
By the way, you owe me a delicious afternoon delight.
I can absolutely do that for you, and I hand him a red mushroom.
Oh, are those mushrooms?
Uh-huh. Is this from who I think they're from?
But
he kind of hands it back. He's like, I kind of want something. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We'll get you something after. Have you seen like a kind of my height, kind of looks like me, but like a guy? He's got a beard, shorter hair than I do. Seen him running around here, maybe in the dungeon or somewhere. Think real hard.
He's kind of thinking, I mean, I've seen quite a few prisoners getting dragged through these woods. I can't say one stuck out.
Flaming red hair.
He's trying to say, how do I say this without being very stereotypical? There's a lot of people with flaming red hair from Talos.
Yeah, okay.
Here earlier. You're not identical, right?
No, we are. We're twins.
Well, I guess you can't be identical when you're not the same sex. You have to be fraternal then at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, then we are fraternal twins.
So, sorry, biology failed me there for a second.
Same.
This is why I'm not your doctor. Shoot. Let me think. What was your question again, Lorna? So yeah, did he notice? Kind of like looks like he's thinking. He's kind of searching. Yeah, and he just says, "I've seen several prisoners with red, brown, gold, blonde, no hair.
Cool.
Kind of be taken to the nest."
Okay.
The nest.
And he kind of like, he should have said it. And he kind of closes his lips and puckers them real tight. And kind of looks around anywhere but at your direction when you ask that response question.
So Reed likes the skies.
Kinda.
No? Then why a nest? Oh, wait. We know why. How are the eggs looking?
What eggs? I don't know anything about eggs.
Then why the hell does she have a nest?
Well, Reed says she's protecting something very important. And that's why she has to protect the forest, because a lot of bad people out there want to come and take what we have. That is very important for all of us.
Are you sure it's what you have and not what she has? The minute she's done, off goes the protection, and you're still here with an army around you who thinks you killed their men.
But the pollution is so beautiful that, well, I'm sorry, I think. But But they promised that this, yeah, he'll just kind of go on about like the promise that Reese says, but they promised to have the solution that will take care of all of our threats and keep us all safe forever.
Did you get the solution or the promise in writing?
You get in writing a handshake.
Any type of deal that would apply to Faye or not?
I mean, she never make the deal directly with me.
That sounds like a no.
But
But
I think how you would say this. But she did make it with with uh with the Dark Fae.
Because they're so nice.
Well, kind of created a place for people like me, at least for the time being, and
For the time being, but not all the time. So you're worried about your future too. Even with all these guarantees.
I'm just trying to play both, trying to make sure that I come out on the winning side of the table after all this is said and done.
Exactly.
I think a lot of us.
So you're gonna go take us to see her right now? Right?
It's really
Nice
not going to end
people.
well for any of us.
It might be better if we see his people.
You snuck in here really well. I think maybe you guys should just turn around and sneak back out, and then leave me be, and we would all be more comfortable. And
No, but see, we're already here.
We're already here.
I'm also very comfortable already.
Yeah. And we really need to talk to her,
Yeah.
so.
We really do. It'd be such a great favor for you to take us there.
I've seen her wipe out far many more soldiers than you, and they were way tougher. What makes you think that you have a chance against Reed?
I mean, you haven't really seen us fight, so you don't really know how.
And I purposely missed you with my blasts.
Please, just take us to Reed. We just want to talk to her, okay?
I'll take you as far as I can.
That's fine. That works. And then you'll tell us the rest of the way to get to Reed, and then we'll be good.
You promise you'll let me go when we get there?
I promise.
Can't see how it really costs me anything then to lead you through, and it's your funeral, not mine.
Exactly. Really, you're the one winning. You're like, if Reed does smush us, then that's 5 less people for you to have to worry about.
But if those Dark Fae come looking for you guys, or those creatures come after us, or after you guys, don't expect me to risk my neck to get you guys out of it.
Oh, no, of course not. But you're gonna wait for us till we take them out, right?
I will.
You will wait for us.
Of course.
I mean, I can end you right here if you want.
All right.
Okay, cool.
I'll wait for you guys.
Thank you. Look, maybe we might have something else that you might want, but you don't know until, like, we get to the end point, so. Okay?
Alright.
Okay.
Well, can I fly? It's a lot easier.
No.
You can sit on my shoulder as a crow.
Walking is so boring.
Then change back into a crow or whatever you are, and then sit on one of us. But you're not flying, because then we can't, You could fly
I'll walk.
half.
Because if you start flying, we're going to assume you're going to
Yeah.
do something bad, and then we shoot you down again.
Hey, Cronus,
Yep.
don't we have that harness still? For
Yeah.
we could put
Yeah.
that.
You know,
Okay, you can fly. You can
I
totally
don't
fly.
know
You can
because Umbra was wearing it when he changed, so I don't know if
Oh.
it would have.
I don't remember us finding it after Umbra showed up.
I mean, we didn't look for it, but
Yeah, well, it was clearly unusable now.
shit. So
And I
either
got
you,
rope.
you sit on one of our shoulders, or we tie a rope to you,
Or you walk.
or you walk.
We're wasting time. Let's get walking.
Perfect.
Perfect. Let's go.
All right. And he'll start leading the way through very much so along the same path you guys are heading. He's not very talkative, but he just kind of leads the way and gestures from time to time, motioning for you guys to watch your head or, keep your eyes out. Anything you guys would like to do on the way as he leads you towards the, to the fortress of Reed or this broodmother?
Yeah, I'm going to cast non-detection from the scroll I have, just in case. Because I don't
Ooh.
trust this guy. And I'd rather us not be that
What is that?
scryed.
What are you?
Basically, it makes it so I can't be scryed on. Non-detection. I have scrolls from when Lorna gave her hair to a hag.
I thought we had a wand.
We
did.
have a wand.
I have scrolls as well before we got that.
And we also have a amulets, but we need an hour for that. I don't know where we put the wand. Because I have it in the thing. I just don't have it in my inventory.
Okay. So you can't be scryed on Anika, so
Yeah.
anything else anyone's doing? I will say you guys are outside the hours. Pass Without a Trace is no longer running.
Yeah, like once we start moving, I'd probably fire it back up again.
Okay. So go ahead and update
Jeez.
whatever your key points are for that.
And then I'll go ahead and use my one black orb just to give me 2 bags, and that way my key points don't even change.
Oh, perfect. There you go. Okay.
I'm gonna use the wand of non-detection on myself, cause brother. So I don't know. Yeah.
You guys cast some spells to protect you all. Your guide kind of notices as you guys do it from here and there, but continues to lead you forward as he promised. Let's see here real quick. And after probably a good half hour further following this guide, well, no, I would say it's a little bit longer than that. So getting near the 2-hour mark, it would take you following this guide around until you find where the path starts to kind of open up to a little bit more of a clearing where you'll see that this used to be a large greener land that had water and all sorts of lush environment growing around it. It's now overgrown by this black thorn forest on all sides, and it's growing towards the center of this area, which starts to twist and turn, making what seems to be this large kind of thorn tower, if you will, before you. That these branches seem to spiral around and growing larger and larger and becoming wider at the top. You'll see that there are some light. There's some light coming from some of the holes, and it seems that there are dwellings in different parts of this natural tower. But you guys reach the main area outside the front with your guide. He stops. He starts to walk. Well, I guess he wouldn't walk straight out there. He kind of gestures to like, well, there you go. I'm gonna be on my way now. Have fun. Try not to die. Let me go ahead and move your token here. Bloop. 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 All right. Sorry, I have these things all moved. And I'm forgetting. All right. So he takes you to the edge of the or to the thing where you'll see this clearing and this large kind of twisting, spiraling needle of a tower surrounded by thorns before you, and he kind of motions towards the entrance across the way, saying, well, she's in there. She's not out in there. She's out there, I'm sure, causing all sorts of hell. I've helped my bargain. I wish you all the best.
I mean, thank you. We appreciate you not leading us astray.
You really shouldn't. We'll talk.
Eh?
You just said thank you, and you know where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he transformed back into a black raven, and you'll see him kind of fly back the way you guys were walking. And yeah, what do you guys do as you see this large fortress before you? It seems like there are what you would call an entrance to this kind of around the tower's base. But otherwise, it's just there's not a lot of things in the air, or there's not a lot of other movement. Let me see what else you would see in the area. You know what? You'll see some things, some haphazardly like placed around, like almost like patches of flowers and green growth in different areas. Kind of in this whole area, it kind of is a little bit different from the rest of the blackthorn forest, where you saw mostly dried clay, cracking earth, and rock that remained. Here, you are going to you see a little bit of just patches of flowers and green growth kind of sporadically around this tower. In an otherwise similar dark void nature.
Mm-hmm.
Pockets of color in the gray.
How we're here.
Yeah.
How do we get in?
Before we even think about that, what the fuck are we gonna do once we're in there?
We're gonna go in there.
Was the plan go in and fight Reed and hope we kill her in one go?
Kind of. Yeah. Go in, kill her, find my brother, or go in, find my brother and run, or one or the other.
And what if none of that works?
We don't know what their numbers are inside.
No.
We don't know the layout. We don't know
Well, you know
where
what?
your brother is in there.
You know what? It's a bit too late for that. We're here.
Yeah, but arguing in front of whatever the fuck that guy was may not have been the best idea.
He's gone.
Yeah. So, we don't know she's the brood mother. We know that's where your brother was.
I mean, the nest, brood mother.
A lot of symmetry that goes together.
Yeah.
I mean, also, he said Reed was at the nest. And don't we know that Reed and the broodmother are together?
We know she's called an agent of the broodmother. That then again either relies on us killing her in one go and then
I mean,
finding
either
out
way,
information.
the tiefling's here.
Could be. She can
The
teleport
crow
like a mofo.
led us to Reed. This is where Reed is.
I mean, I got an idea to at least give us a lay of the land. If Anika can turn me invisible, I can fly up on the
No.
broom, do a quick scout.
No, that's wasting resources.
Why don't we just have Josel send
Yeah.
Ichabod around?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't cost us anything.
Scout out the tree or the fortress.
Yes. The fortress.
Okay.
Yeah, like kind of fly around, staying in the trees, where it would make sense to see an owl.
Okay. So Ichabod kind of flies out, and starts to patrol the tower, kind of flying up and down. It's a pretty large tower with, from outside, making up several stories to get to the top, where it starts to start fanning out and then come back to a peak again, almost like at the top of the tower. And along the way of flying up there will be different holes or places where Ichabod will be able to see through and see that there are different types of creatures roaming around the tower, such as some of those guardians that you guys saw walking through the forest scouting. And just various different movement coming from inside the tower. It looks like before the thorns, surrounded all this used to be more of a natural structure still, but more of rock and earth and polished or carved stone and tree that kind of made it up before. And now it's all covered with black and thorns. Is there something else you're specifically looking for with Ichabod, or something Ichabod specifically you like him to search for?
Maybe an opening where there's not as many patrolling, and that could be where we go in.
Okay. So there are the clear openings, obviously, at the bottom of the fortress. But as he flies around, gets maybe about 30, 40 feet off of the ground, where you guys are right now. He'll kind of perch up there, kind of flap around a little bit, look in a little bit closer, get a better look, and he'll kind of communicate back to Joseph a hole that does seem decent enough size for the entire group to kind of squeeze through, but can't really make out where it's going. It just seems to be a larger, almost empty room, just dark, not well lit. It's just there's not a lot in there besides quiet.
That might be our best bet. The question is, how are we getting up there?
Fly up on the broom, you toss it down. Next person goes up. It's 40 feet up?
Yeah.
Or you give me the broom, I go up, drop a rope down and tie it off inside or hold it. And then you guys climb up.
You all grab the rope and Lorna just pulls all five of you up.
Exactly. Or that.
Whatever you guys would
That's
like to
not
do.
a challenge to get up.
And we do have those slippers of spider climb.
Yeah, and Josel has the boots of flying, and can't Cronus walk on walls now?
Can you walk on walls?
Yes.
Exactly. The only one that's going to have problems getting up is me. That's it. And I'll just go in a bag of holding. At that point,
That actually works out well.
there we go. Because you two fit on the broom, Josel has flying, Cronus can walk on walls. We're fine.
Did you realize Cronus could carry you?
I mean, that is very true. And I don't think he has a problem with that, so.
I mean, if we're going that far, why don't we just put them in the bags of holding again and do what we did to get here?
Because then it also takes time for you to
Because
get
I'd
us
rather
out.
not have to take someone out of the bag
Yeah.
of holding if there's a threat in there.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we'll go, Josel will carry me. It's fine, we got this.
Famous last words.
I mean, we have had many famous last words, so I'm not too worried. So.
And so I guess Cronus walks up, me and Nika fly up.
Mhm.
Joe Sogo carries Lorna up.
Josel? Cronus?
Yeah.
Cronus.
Say.
I will need go ahead and just give me stealth checks from just being here, making your plan, and then attempting to go up there. To
Is
do
it still
this.
within the hour from the
You
last
guys
time I
are
cast?
at the very end of the hour, so you guys are still good for this last one.
All right.
25 for Cronus.
Wait, did I beat you? With a 29?
And an 18.
Okay. All right, and who's in the bag of holding?
No one.
Okay. All right, 18, 20. Okay. As a group, you did all very well in helping each other with your strategy. You guys, make your way across the open expanse as best as possible. To the best of your knowledge, none of you noticed anyone watching you. But as you guys start to climb into the window and into the hole, you will hear the familiar call of a raven calling from afar one more time as you enter the building. And then or into this room, if you call it a room, again, it's mostly earth and stone. It's been kind of structured and wrapped in these trees and stuff to give this shape and form. It seems like the room has kind of leans upward as like it will kind of lead you forward, going higher into the tower, or it ramps lower, going further down the way you guys would have been coming. It's hard to get too much of a bearing where you guys are at right now, besides that you're in this dark quiet area of this tower at this current moment.
Is there anything in this room other than stairs?
There is the opening at the end of the way, but no, there's just mostly just a a stairway kind of leading up to another room or lower room. Let me see what else maybe
Let's
would be
go
worth.
higher.
Might be the least interesting room in this tower.
I mean, prisoners should be kept at the bottom, you would think.
Also,
You guys
you guys want me to do Pass Without a Trace again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's not lose it while we're in the bad guy's lair.
Yep, so I'll go ahead and recast it.
I got 3 more uses of the bond. Should I use it now or save them for later?
Let's try not to get caught as much as we can.
All right.
I mean, so the bottom probably help Josel a bit with stealth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give the pawn to Josel, Lorna, Cronus, and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll mark another use of that.
All right. As you guys continue up the stairs, you make your way closer to some noise and sound coming your way. It sounds like there is different sounds of energy, electricity, almost snapping and sparking in the distance, and um, followed by other kind of sounds of explosions or combustions coming ahead. As you guys approach this throat, it does look like it has a little bit of this overgrowth hanging before it, making a natural door, if you will. It's not a lot of cover, so you can't get right up to the face of it without, obviously showing through it. But you guys could get a closer look to kind of peek through. It's probably hard for all 5 of you to do it stealthily, but if you guys would like to try, you can. Otherwise, I just need to know who's trying to peek or sneak into the room ahead.
I'll take a peek.
Yeah, I can assist her with that.
Let's see. Well, if you assist her, it actually is not going to assist her because it makes it hard or easier to be seen if you are. Well, you already got the stealth roll. I'm sorry, we're still using that stealth roll. So, oh wait, that was getting into the building. So you would need us to do a stealth roll. So it would be a disadvantage with more than one person trying to approach this kind of
Okay.
makeshift door. So I would need a stealth roll then.
Why don't I
Oh yeah.
move ahead?
Yeah. You're the sneaky one. Yes.
All right.
That's what you guys want to do. Whatever you guys would like.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
I
go
will
ahead.
I will give you
peek in
guidance, Cronus. So you got the bond and guidance. You got 2d4 to add to your roll.
35, 38. Do they see me?
35 and 38.
38 total.
No, they do not see you as you approach. Go ahead and do a perception roll to see what you do see. You see stuff, but let's see what all you see.
14.
You have I believe with the bond, you'd be able to add this.
So what? Another D4?
Yep.
15.
Good. All right. Looking into the room, you will see that there are these best way to describe them. They're not I don't know how to describe these people. I can describe best I can do is just kind of describe their looks. Cronus, you can't pinpoint, like, you're not saying it looks like some kind of elf like creature, but it's not an elf. Because their bone structure is a little weird on around their face and around their chest. You'll see it kind of protrudes a little bit differently, like almost like it has a little ridging to it. They wear primarily all black clothing and have black hair. and seem to have very similar pale complexion as the raven you ran into prior. You'll see that they are looks like they are conducting these experiments, little magic spells or different things on different creatures in this room. In this room, you will see there are some fairy-like creatures, like you guys encountered on in the forest, where they were being like tested and or they were hiding when the raven was coming. And you'll see that there's some creatures that are here, kind of trapped or restrained here, and they're performing different things. On one of them, before your eyes, Cronus, you'll see that it was a regular fey creature for just a moment, and then after they took some powder and placed it upon the creature, it then completely poofed in a cloud of smoke, and then in its place you saw similar of the greenery, flowers, and other things sprouting at where the body once was before. You'll see just this sort of growth appear on the table where this experiment was performed. You'll also start to see different humanoids being poked and prodded with similar kind of or not powder, but this is more like a red serum and a needle where they're injecting the humans and seeing how it affects them. And you'll see that they're kind of the humans are reacting painfully and starting to develop different kind of appendages and growth upon them that are abnormal. You'll start to see their muscle get larger, but then the skin starts to take an earthy tone and starts to transform from flesh to bark and dirt and stone. That's what you see at the moment. What would you like to do?
Like, how big of a room is this?
It is roughly about I would say roughly about 20 by 15. So it's not a massive room, but it's enough for them to have a few creatures in here and to perform these these experiments.
So I'm actually going to lean back out from like peeking in and kind of just give the explanation of what's going on. And I also want to point out that if I drop Path Without Trace, I can do silence and silence the entire room, and we can go in there and just get rid of everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
All right. Yeah, those experiments don't sound good.
Do what?
no.
Experiments you said they were doing, those don't sound. They don't sound good.
Yeah, no, because it's like on fairies, on humans.
Yeah, let's. Oh, but that's the thing. If we start a ruckus in there, it's just going to.
Blow
But
whatever
if I
cover we
cast
have
silence
right
on the
now.
room, nobody will hear anything of what goes on in there.
That's true,
Fan, I
but
can't go in there if you cast silence in there.
you can't
Do
lose
what?
concentration.
No. Faye and I will be useless in that room if you cast silence. So I'd have
That
to
is
be out
true.
here.
But you have enough range stuff that you can be, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm also sitting duck in a hallway.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking at some of my stuff.
I mean, worst case scenario is you kind of just hang back and stick people if they come up close. Because they're not going to be able to cast any spells either.
You ever seen me try and stab anything?
I mean, you don't have to. You can go help people while we're beating them down.
Whatever you want to do.
I mean, it was just a suggestion.
only saw about 3 of those people in that room working on various things. You could always try to, see anything else. See if there's anything that maybe Cronus missed if someone wants to go up there.
Yeah, I can go in and take a look.
It'll be easier for them not to spot me. And
Okay.
I kind of indicate the cloak. That'll give them disadvantage on perception.
Perfect. Go ahead then.
I'll sneak up and see what I can see.
A little stuff. All right, and go ahead and roll perception.
18.
And do you get advantage on stealth, or just the
Yes.
plus 10? Okay.
I have the Cloak of Elvenkind, so
Oh,
I have
that's
advantage
right.
on stealth, and they have a disadvantage on seeing me.
Okay. You walk up and you see a lot of the same that Cronus reported. So you see that the experiments are killing some of the fairies and some of these humans, or transforming some of these humans into fey-like creatures, it looks like. Very similarly to, I guess, the most similar creature you see is one of their guardians, wandering the forest. You will also notice that that there seems to be 2 doors leaving this next room. One going further up, but the other coming from another side of the building, coming from the opposite direction you guys are looking in. And after you kind of map up the room a little bit more, you will see that one of the people that were performing the experiments does seem to be tidying up some of his stuff, and starts to exit the room, going up the stairs, leaving the room a little further north, or going higher up into the tower.
Do they look like someone who would have authority?
They don't look that more distinguished than the others. It just seems like they've completed their work.
Would I be able to hazard a guess where the heck these stairs lead?
Higher into the tower. You'll have to talk to someone, extract information, or do some exploration to get a heading. Or more details, I guess, of the structure of the building.
I'll come back and go, yeah, I can't tell shit other than there are doors at the back of that room, both leading up.
Fuck.
One leading up, one leading into this room. Similar to how you guys are walking up to this room, there seems to be another doorway from another side of the building leading into the same room.
There's a staircase going up and a
Staircase going down.
And a staircase going down. So the room has 2 doors. One's on the other side.
I mean, silence isn't a bad idea. Since we know there's 2.
They can get out if we don't block the other.
Sure.
So there's a door on the other side, and the stairs are also on the other side, so we have to get past them no matter what.
If we go in this room, yes.
But if not, then there's other stairs up.
Other stairs. Yeah, I think so.
You guys can either go down the stairs you guys first came in at, or
let's go down, because Faye had a point. Dungeons are usually at the bottom because they don't get the scenic views, so
But the fact
do
that
we
they're
want to check down?
the fact they are experimenting.
Yeah.
Would they want to keep them closer to where they're doing experiments, or keep them farther away?
If they aren't using them and letting them rest between experiments, they're probably downstairs.
You're also
So-
applying or standard architecture to a somewhat organic creation building.
You're also assuming they don't just use servants. Who cares how close the experiments are? Someone else goes and gets them.
And Lorna,
Sorry.
I'm hoping they haven't done anything to your brother.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that right now.
All right.
So,
So
you know what?
where are we going down?
What are you? Sorry, 10. Do you guys want to pause with Howard being out, and that before we go deeper into this tower, just because he's not here and we're at the last 20 minutes, and I don't want to start anything big, depending on which way you guys go.
Yes.
Yeah,
That gives you guys time to think about it as well. You know, yeah. Well, I guess I could resolve what you guys find at the lower end of the stairs too. Just kind of share more information. We'll pick up there. So as you guys go down the opposite direction to kind of explore where you guys come from, it takes a little bit of time. It seems like you guys were near like the upper part of the stairs, but this it seems like this path is, again, they're not perfect stairs. I'm just saying stairs for a quick hand, but there's like certain parts where you have to like jump from one boulder to the lower boulder to get to the lower section of this you know ramp, and keep following it down further to where this path probably originally started. And as you come to like the last drop, you can actually look all the way through to see to a much larger kind of opening where the roots have kind of wrapped around and formed this larger space on this flat piece of boulder below you. And you'll see torches lit and placed around. It's kind of illuminating the area. And in this area, you're going to see that there is a couple or a large tree guard or a large guardian, not on not on a warthog or anything, but just walking around, as well as a few of these little a few of various other kind of fey like creatures, so very looking like elvish, some looking very much like the crow people that you have seen, but they kind of be going to different things, but you'll see them or walk away from this room into what appears to be, as you see them kind of push the foliage away from the openings, you'll see that there are other humans and other creatures in these halls that all seem to be bound by different in various, not shackles, but they have a lot of like roots and things wrapped around the wrists and ankles as they kind of pop through, kind of revealing some prisoners in the tower outside of this room. Otherwise, this room is got a few of these little few individuals walk around, and a few just that one tree guardian in the center. And they all seem to kind of be going about their various business and tasks, leaving a various number of people in the room as they kind of come back and forth.
Do we see Rory?
Not from this view, but you do see what seems to be holding areas for where possibly prisoners would be kept.
Lorna.
Let me see.
Lorna.
You guys also don't. I don't want to present this as just a simple ballroom. There, you'll see that there's like rock outcroppings, and the thorns makes this really crazy kind of ceiling structure and pattern too, and letting a little bit of the daylight kind of bleed through and in some of the draft. But go ahead, Lauren. Is there something else you wanted to say or do?
No, I was just saying, Lorna definitely seems more agitated here because there seems to be more of a possibility that her brother is here. So, Lorna's vote is to try and take these guys out and search for her brother, but she is holding back and waiting for everybody else to have a say.
I'm
Give me perception checks, everyone. I just want to see what else you see in this room. Like if you saw a lot, but let's see if there's any extra special details.
Has it been more than 10 minutes
Since what?
since we started exploring this tower?
Yes. It takes you quite a bit to get up from where you were because you were about 40, I would say just 40 feet up, and you're going back down the opposite direction now to check out where you guys have come from.
Just wanted to make sure before I rolled.
So you got 9, 16, 19, 24,
27.
27. All right. So Cronus, Anika, and Faye, you guys are already kind of examining the room as well, trying to see if there's any, what else you can find. Obviously, there's the people moving around. There's the just the layout of the room and the people that are in it. But you'll start seeing like the natural landscape of the room. There seems to be, thorn branches that kind of grow across the room, that kind of form ledges and stuff, higher, towards the ceiling. You see that there are a few things that are growing or protruding into the room, thorns or different branches that could be used as perches or places where someone can stand. You see that there's a few options before you besides just the going right down to the floor level. But it also sees that there's other holes and tunnels and stuff, or just openings in where the thorn force is not completely solid. So maybe there's other potential routes or secret passages to get to other places. And I think that's probably a good spot to just pause for the night and then pick up here with Howard back.